What's going on, everyone? The Competitor here, back with another Rambo tutorial guide overview type thing. So we're going to jump into this custom variation of Rambo that I've created and have been playing with recently, which includes his foobar, special attack, this is a command grab, his Claymore, which is a setup move, and his shoulder roll. Now, I think these moves work really well together, because with the Claymore, you can't have the snare trap, which eliminates all possibility of crazy setup potential, unfortunately. And I think that'd be kind of busted for a unblockable reset, but, you know. This is an MK9, we're not going to have Cyrax again. But, Rambo has some cool stuff with this variation. I gave him the Claymore, obviously, for space control reasons. You know, zoning from behind it's really good. I gave him the roll for safety. I'll show you guys some stuff with that. Now this move is unfortunately replacing the slide, which can be used for a powerful crushing blow towards the end of the set, or at the end of the match rather. But I think it's worth getting rid of the slide for. And then we have the command grab, which, you know, as a grappler, having a command grab is going to be really strong. Like, especially with his throw loops, and then you can mix in tick throws. You know, condition them to block and then tick throw them. It's disgusting. So, jumping into this, Rambo's Claymore is really a really unique move in the sense of it blows up when either opponent touches it. So it's placed on the field like a mine, much like a Claymore in Call of Duty. You guys know how that works. The back of it has a very, very small detection window. As you can see, Rambo's foot is pretty much touching it. That's the only way to get it to blow up. But in front of it, it has a much larger window of where it can get hit. See that as compared to behind it? It's pretty good for space control in the sense of, like, I like zoning a lot, so, you know, shoot a bow, whatever, hit them with the whip trap, down back 4. Then, you know, you get a Claymore setup. It's pretty cool. You kind of just keep throwing that out. They can't really do much except run into it, jump into it. And then you get to control the air with his down 2. Controlling the ground with the zoning. Forcing them to move with the Claymore or stay still. However you want to look at it. It's very powerful. Now, the setup potential for it. You guys see that I've Kino recorded doing a forward advancing move. That's because a lot of people will try to wake up buttons when they realize their up 3 doesn't work. We'll get into the setup in a minute, but I want to show the roll first. So, Rambo has this roll, right? And you can do it short and far, and regular. It has a crushing blow attached where if they try to press a button, they'll get counter hit crushing blow, which gives you a free launch. You can also meter burn this on block, or well, on hit as well, I guess. And it makes the move safe. Normally, if you look, this move is minus, whoop. It's minus 11, which is jab punishable by everyone in the cast. But meter burn is actually +1 because of the spacing. Now this can get interrupted by pokes, but it's very tricky, especially if you mix it up with your staggers. Like, you do back 2, then back 2, 2, 1, and then throw this out. It might throw off the opponent. And that's what I actually had him set to do custom reversals. So if we set him to auto block and reversal mode. Whoops, that's not going to work out. I think the best way to do this was to play as Rambo, and I just want to show you guys really quickly, because this isn't the focus of the video. We are going to set them to block all, and I'm going to record Rambo doing back 2, 2 into that. So if you try to poke, you'll notice the poke whiffs. It's dependent on the spacing and the timing as well. So, like, right there, you can easily do it, but if they're stand blocking, it's really hard for them to poke and interrupt that. And they're going to be stand blocking because you can condition them with Rambo's forward 4 a lot. So you can just use that to your advantage, and you can roll far away and cancel it. I need to experiment more with that in a match to see how well it works, but in ranked matches I was getting away with murder, so I don't think it's that, I think it's very applicable. But jumping into the Claymore, because that's what this is about, right? There is no safe way to set up a Claymore, except for maybe knocking your opponent full screen. So like ending with 2-2-2 and setting one up. It's not so much a setup tool as much as it is a space control tool, just in the sense of safety. So after like an overhead, you know, you can easily place one down. There's not much anyone can really do, because if Scorpion tries to teleport, you know, that will go under the high. Johnny tries a shadow kick, that will go under the high. They'll have to like wait, and then by the time they try to do something, you'll pretty much be safe. My point is that it's not really punishable from full screen like that, so after you do a forward 4. And once again, I don't think this is as strong of a setup tool as much as it is a good zoning tool. Because this move right here, is down back 4, is really powerful. His bow's alright, but I think using this as your main zoning tool and then using this to stop them from being able to jump in is very strong. You get to control where they stay on the screen. Now, it gets pretty good after a launcher. So, what I've been doing to set this up is after I like whiff punish someone with this string, I do back 2-2-1 and special cancel into the Claymore. And this isn't a 100% safe setup. I will show that it beats most up 3s. Probably it beats every wake up attack aside from probably Gearus' up 2. Let's see, get up mode on. We will do Kano's up 3. So set this up. You see it whiffs, and now look, we have the spacing tool. It's not so much a set play tool in this situation. Now if Kano decided to wake up with a forward 1, this is where things could get interesting. So we'll set him to custom get up. If he does like forward 1-2 on wake up. And we play that back. That's not how we do it. Here we go. Get up attack. So he's going to wake up with forward 1-2, his forward advancing mid. If we do something like this, whoops, we're going to get punished for it, but as you saw, the Claymore was active. The Claymore stays on hit. That is huge for Rambo, because that means despite taking trades, you're going to win them every single time unless they use like a fatal blow or a crushing blow. So Kano could back 3 there. That would be the smart thing to do. So like some characters will have a good answer for it. Others probably won't. They'll have to back off. But you know, you get that, and then you can get a full combo off of it. Which that's why I like giving him the command grab, because he gets access to big damage. Whoops. I missed the command grab input. I'm a little bit new to it, so basically gonna get a lot of damage off that. Set up into Claymore, bop, take the trade, and look, that's 72%, or 27%. I can't read. Okay, so that just basically covers how the Claymore mind game will work. It will basically be, you know, especially in the corner, it works a little something like, you know, maybe you'll jump kick them, then do a string into it, and then set it up, and then, oh, the forward advancing. See, that's good to note. So if they wake up with a forward advancing move all the time, like, I don't recommend setting that up. But if they try to do their traditional up 3s, those will get absolutely just shut down by this on trade. See, then you lose the trade and it's not fun. And you could actually pretty much just loop the same situation. So we do that. Oh no. Oh no. And then they just gotta hold that. So like I said, there are ways out of it, such as, you know, doing a forward advancing move, but they gotta commit to that. That's why I don't think this is as strong of a set play tool as it is a spacing tool, because if someone sees you set up a Claymore, they're not gonna wake up 3. And they can roll to get out of it, but you're still safe. Like, you can obviously react to the Claymore being put out. So once again, that's why I said I don't think this is such a great set play tool, but I still think it has its place. Now, what I want to get into is the special move combination. So I thought this was interesting. When you set the Claymore up, you notice it doesn't explode right away. You'll notice there's a red dot on the Claymore that indicates when it's ready to, you know, blow up. So when I walk into it, whereas here you can see me walk forward a little bit before it blows up. Now, you can jump over it at the start, which I think could be really, really good for setting things up. Obviously, Kano's hitbox is pushing me back into it, but like, you can do stuff. Whoops. Okay, that is a big hitbox. You could like command grab them onto it, and I don't know if you can really combo off that, but yeah, because it trades with Rambo. It's just like throws, so you can't really do throw combos off of it, but you know, just something pretty neat there. Some cheeky setups, because they'll want to block obviously, and then they'll get hit by that. But you know, if you're close enough, perhaps you could go for a cross-up jump. I didn't test that yet. Yeah, no, that will hit them. But what I want to get into here is this roll move. Now, if you set this down and you try to roll, you're obviously going to get blown up, right? But there is a small frame, there's a small window where you can actually do back forward 4 and roll before it comes out. Like that. See, it didn't explode? So the roll goes through the opponent on block, regardless. So I'll just show this as an example. So let's say, you know, you set up your Claymore and they're not going to do anything. They're just going to sit there, right? And, you know, maybe they wake up and press a button. Maybe they do whatever. But you'll be able to roll. Whoops, you'll be able to roll and get on the other side of them, which then would launch them for a full combo because the Claymore's unblockable. Now the timing is tricky. It's kind of like just memorizing the timing of when the red light is about to like glow. That's how I do it. I need to get more consistent with it, obviously. But like then you could just kind of set that up again and go for cheeky setups like that, or cash out on the big damage from it. Go for a command grab. Look at that, that's over 30%. It's really strong. Now, it's obviously unsafe to go for this because it's minus 11. So if we set him to block, right, and they're not expecting, oh, we'll set them to auto block, or actually no, it will be fine here. So if you set up the Claymore and you do the enhanced roll, right, remember we said that was +1 on block? Well, you can do the far roll and meter burn it, and the pushback sends them into the Claymore. So by doing this, essentially, you have a safe on block setup that's really hard to punish because of the way Rambo's pushback works on it. Like, you have to be so ready for the roll, because this is where conditioning your opponent comes into play. So when you place a Claymore down after a setup, so after you end a string with back 2-2-1 into Claymore, you have your Claymore up at about this distance, which allows you to zone. And then that's going to make people want to jump. They jump into your Claymore, they jump into anti or whatever it may be. So then once they start respecting, you know, like, hey, you're anti-airing, hey, you know, you're hitting me with whip trap all the time. This is where you get to play your game. This is where you could enforce this cheeky roll setup by placing down the Claymore and then going with the strict timing. That's very difficult to get down, but once you get it down, you can roll through them and cause an unblockable launch, essentially. The only way out of this would be to down one the Rambo player, but you know, if you have someone conditioned, that's going to be really hard to react to, because they're going to be sitting there like scared to press buttons. So you set up the Claymore, you do your meter burn roll, and if they block, you get a full combo, and if it hits, you get a full combo. Very good stuff, but I'm still trying to get the timing down of when to input the roll. Because like right there, it was too late. Right there was too late. Like that worked. And then just, you know, back to the same thing, zoning. You get the Claymore out. You don't roll into it. But I think having this roll timing down is going to be like very important for Rambo players, because I do see this setup as being very strong. Especially when you could just lame people out like this. But like I said, I don't think that's as good of a set play tool as it is a spacing tool. These are just some of the really cool setups you can do with it. Like Rambo has a lot of potential regarding this. And while I do hate that we don't get the snare trap, you have to still respect, like, you know, he could do these on block. So like back 2 is actually like 0 on block. So you can mix up your staggers, like back 2, 2, and then if they're blocking that, back 2, 2, 1 into far away roll. You know, you could roll cancel on people, stuff like that. You know, mix that in to change up your strategy a bit. But having the Claymore with the roll, I think, could lead to some really fun stuff, and I can't wait to try it out on some more people and record some gameplay for it. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope I gave you some cool insight on how his Claymore works and how to better use it rather than setup stuff. Now, it can be used for setups, but you have to be expecting to either trade with the opponent or, you know, risk getting punished by their wake up buttons and whatnot, and wake up jumps. But as you can see, it's a really great tool, and I can't wait to see what some of the community can do with it, because I definitely overlooked it. But you know, I think this may be one of his strongest variations you can make. Unfortunately, you don't get a lot of combo damage because you're missing out on the snare trap. But then again, you know, off of this easy hit confirm, you're getting 25%. And off of, you know, free setups, you're still getting full launches from the Claymore. So I think it's a great move. I've been really enjoying Rambo, so I'm gonna have some ranked match gameplay or something up pretty soon here. You guys can look forward to that. Alrighty, and if you like this, please remember to subscribe and like the video for more similar content. I'll be making more guides and releasing more gameplay videos as time goes on. So thank you for tuning in.